Welcome back on this Thumbs Up Thursday. 2 thumbs up. Brent Snyder's here with the best in new releases. I see we have a little bit of everything going on.
A little bit of
today.
everything, as always. Marilyn Manson fan?
Depends.
Okay, basically I've got 2 new releases this week that are both from 90s alternative icons.
So I'm more interested in the other one.
Yeah, well, Marilyn Manson's new album, The Pale Emperor, is actually being called his best album since Mechanical Animals from the 90s. Now, what's interesting about it is he's waited a while to kind of come back. He's working with Tyler Bates, who's primarily known for doing film scores and very popular movie music. And in fact, one of the entries to this is that one of the songs on this album first appeared in a movie with Keanu Reeves called John Wick. It was a big hit, and that whole soundtrack had a very late 90s Matrix kind of feel to it. So it was a good introduction for that. So got to say, some interesting new music from him. You know who it is. It's not really recreating himself or anything, but at least it's a return to better quality music.
Exactly.
If you're into the sort of industrial hard rock, shock rock kind of thing.
Right.
Good stuff there. Now, Sleater Kinney is a female kind of post-punk rock band who were credited of being part of the beginning of the Riot Girl movement back in the 90s, which made it easier or more fashionable for female-driven bands to get into the scene. So it's good to have both of them back in the same week. Is kind of really interesting. Of course, the 90s are coming back in a big way. Plaid shirts.
Thumbs up for that.
Back. And now in movies, Scarlett Johansson can seem to do no wrong.
Right.
Thanks to her wonderful performance in the Marvel movies as the Black Widow, people want to see her doing more heroic things.
Sure.
Lucy is a science fiction action adventure with her and Morgan Freeman, done by Luc Besson, the French filmmaker who's done La Femme Nikita. He's done The Professional. He's done the Transporter series. Really big name in sort of the European action. It's sort of the science is kind of wonky. The idea is if you're somehow able to use 100% of your brain, you suddenly have superpowers. I don't know if it works that way, but it's fun to see her with superpowers and making time stop and go backward and kick a lot of butt.
Sure, being able to
use
use 100%.
the butt word there. See, I did it right that time. Now, for the whole family, there's the Box Trolls, which is an animated film about these trolls who wear boxes for clothes, and they raise a human boy as one of their own. And so he thinks he's a box troll, I guess, and he's trying to help a girl and her family, and there's hijinks ensue.
Very popular movie right now.
Totally popular, yes.
Books, and obviously you give it 2 thumbs up.
Of course, anything for the family. Think of the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, in the books, the first book I brought is not a new release. This book actually has been a bestseller since it came out in 2012. American Sniper.
Timing fitting.
Yeah, the story of Chris Kyle, the late Chris Kyle, who was a boy from Texas who became a Navy SEAL, most famous sniper in the world. His life story, who died tragically helping a fellow veteran. The movie's like the #1 movie in the country for a lot of right reasons. It's a great film. And a lot of folks who have not read the book yet are storming into the store wanting this book because of the film. So it is a bestseller again. Not surprisingly, perhaps.
No.
Also out this week is a book by Seth Grahame-Smith, who wrote the very famous Abraham Lincoln Vampire Killer. Kind of a mashup of horror with history.
Sure.
This is called The Last American Vampire, and it takes one of the characters who was a friend of Abraham Lincoln and kind of follows him forward in history. A lot of fun there if you're into vampires and sort of alternative history. Allie Carter's All Fall Down is a teen series about the kids of diplomats. U.S. diplomats who live on Diplomat Row, and she is convinced that her mother was murdered and is trying to solve the crime. So it's like her and her diplomat kid friends trying to band together to prevent, world calamity, basically.
Interesting topic.
David Baldacci, who's a very popular thriller writer, his new book is called The Escape. It's about a secret agent who is tasked with finding his brother who's escaped from a top secret prison, but his brother may have been framed. So there's a conspiracy involved, as usually there are in David Baldacci books. Page-turning stuff, always very popular.
And good things for this rainy next 24 hours or so, right?
Music, movies, and books are
always
A+.
Yeah, thumbs up there. All right, thank you so much, Brent, for joining us again this week.